Good morning, Book It Sports fam. Happy Friday. We finally made it to Friday, end of the week. We've all been waiting for this day. It feels like a degenerate's Christmas morning. We've been waiting for action all week long. No MLB. It's been tough. We've had nothing to bet on. It's been really, really brutal, but we finally made it. MLB's back on today. We've got a lot to talk about. You know, even though there weren't that many sporting events on, the Book It Sports community was still riding games, finding action all across the board. Units were won, units were certainly lost, but we're finally on the other side of the All-Star break. We made it. We've got a lot to discuss today. We've got a special guest joining us. Lindstrom, the golf god, will be coming on here shortly, going over the Open. Morikawa is currently the leader. Jordan Spieth right behind him. As you guys know, I've got that futures bet on Jordan Spieth, which I am so pumped about. But again, a lot of golf to be played. We're going to be talking about MLB slate today, NBA games 4 and 5, game 4 reactions, game 5 predictions, the Open, of course, the Gold Cup. And, of course, we got to cook up a Friday 4-teamer. Have to have a Friday 4-teamer in there. It's crazy lay day. How are you guys doing?
Well, we are back. It's Friday. We got the Open leaderboard going as a ticker across the bottom of the screen. So your boy.
Love that. There we go.
Jordan Spieth 2 off the lead. Morikawa, I think shot 600 this morning.
I would like to actually apologize to Nick Yale. I set my alarm this morning for 4 a.m. Under the assumption that Spieth was teeing off at 4 a.m. Pacific. But no, it was actually 7 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, I'm like, why do we have alarms going off at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning?
Woke up the whole house, didn't even hear it, slept through the whole thing. Nick Yale's sitting there just trying to sleep through it. Came in, woke me up. Not a great start to the day for Nick Yale.
I figured that's what was the deal and what was going on. Why you had it at 4 a.m. I'm like, come on, this guy's just doing content today. You know, I'm trying to get my beauty rest, had a late night making graphics, got to bed about 3 hours later than normal. And then here I am, mid dead to the world. Probably having a great dream, the alarm just blaring. Dark outside, birds aren't even up yet.
I was dreaming about Spieth being on the top of the leaderboard, and I wake up refreshed, and I see Morikawa had the round of the century. He's currently not the favorite right now, actually. Jordan Spieth is still the favorite. According to FanDuel, Jordan Spieth's plus 250. Louis is plus 350, and so is Morikawa. So it's going to come down to the wire, I believe. We're going to hear from Lindstrom here in a little bit. He's going to break it down for us, so make sure to stick around for that. Let's get right into it, guys. Game 4 of the NBA Finals. What did I tell you last episode? I said, don't take the Suns. Don't. What'd you guys do? Everyone took the Suns. Everyone's like, oh, sharp action's on the Suns. Well, now the public's on the Suns because the sharp action was all over it. And to me, I didn't even feel like anyone on the app was riding the Bucks with me, and we pulled it out. Not only did we pull out the minus 4.5, which we were only covering for a total of 17 seconds throughout the entire game, which is incredible that they managed to cover, but we hammered the under at 222, and that hit as well. Got a little sketchy. It's always the third quarter, I swear. It's always the first and second. It looks fantastic. We get to the third, starts looking sus, sweating it out midway through the fourth. And then by then you probably have a good idea whether or not it's going to hit. And we got it. Under 222. Shout out Sharp Dimes for that pick. But the whole community, majority of the community was on the Bucks or on the Suns, and I was on the Bucks, and we came out on top. Hit a 2-teamer, the under and the Bucks spread. Have that open spot parlay, which we got to get surgical with this open spot. For those who don't know, an open spot parlay, I had the American League money line, the under 11 in the All-Star game, and the Bucks money line in the last game. and 3 open spots. So I have 3 spots to fill for this parlay. $50 pays out $1,667. We have to get surgical here. Can't botch this. So if you have a surgical play, something I absolutely need to take, please let me know. Preferably minus 110 odds, or even plus money, plus 105. I'll take that. But if you have something I absolutely have to take, I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm trying to cash out $1,600 here. So let's get that done. The Gold Cup, everyone's been betting on the Gold Cup since there's been no other games on. Shout out Winter Wire last night and at Chase on the Book It Sports app. Canada minus 1.5. Bink, 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 bink. 4-1 final. Canada beats Haiti. And then I got greedy, guys. I tried rolling it over. At Chase on the Book It Sports app sold me on taking Martinique. Is that how you say it? What is it?
Martinique.
Martinique. I thought it was Martini Q. Guy, I didn't even know that this
Margarita?
I did not know this was a country, or as Big Dave calls it, a territory in France, apparently. I did not know that they existed. And here I am throwing 3 units on it against our own country. Bad play. +3 for Martinique. They lost by 4.
You're about to book a vacation there so quick.
Oh,
Very
dude.
covered.
I had a jersey in the cart ready to go. I had a jersey in the cart, XL. It's actually a pretty sick jersey. I was excited to buy it, and they sold. Not a good idea. Not a good idea fading your own country. Betting the pitch on the Book It Sports app, I've brought him up several times in my last couple episodes. He's the real deal, guys, and he's got picks all day, every day, sharp plays. His play yesterday was Martinique. What is it?
Martinique.
Martini Q. He had them over a half goal to score a goal yesterday at +175, and they got one. They got one in. I should have just took that, but I didn't have it on my book, unfortunately. Guys, some breaking news as of this morning that shocked me. Actually, not really. We kind of saw this coming, but it's going to be a topic conversation all summer long. It's going to be a marathon conversation. Damien Lillard has requested a trade out of Portland. Guys, where do you think he's going?
Last time I thought you said he was maybe requesting a trade.
Maybe requesting a trade.
Maybe
I saw some headlines.
Maybe means he is, but I don't know if he actually has requested it yet, but probably coming.
Dude, it's coming. It's time. It's about that time.
I think he's definitely requesting a trade, and more likely than not, he's going to New York. They have a ton of value with all these first-round draft picks this coming up draft. The only other real option would be the Sixers, and they're trying to get rid of Ben Simmons, but he holds absolutely zero weight anymore.
Yeah.
He's awful.
No, I think it's got to be the New York Knicks. That would be my pick.
Chat's saying LA Clippers or Lakers.
Cap room.
That's the cap room. What are the lines saying right now? Are there any lines available to bet on where he goes?
Right now, I'm looking at Knicks +250, Sixers +275, Miami Heat +300, and then the Lakers and Clippers are next at 350 and 400.
What's the line on Portland? Is there one?
I'm not seeing that on here. This is just if he is traded.
Got it. I would love to see him on the move. As much as I love his loyalty to Portland, it's time to go. I mean, Dame Lillard is definitely in my top 3 favorite players in the league, and I'm dying to see him win a ring. He deserves one more than anyone, I think, who currently does not have one in the league. It's time. Let's get him one. Maybe except for Chris Paul, but it's time for Dame to get one. We need him there. Guys, the Open right now, Jordan Spieth, currently sitting in second place right now behind Morikawa. I put $150 on Jordan Spieth to win the Open, to pay out $2,400. I got it at +1,600 odds, and he's currently right now +250 to win this thing.
Thought you had a +1900.
No, I wish it was +1900.
At the beginning, it wasn't?
No, not on my book, unfortunately. I got it the day before the tournament started, and I saw it a couple days before that. It was at +2,000. That's the highest I saw it at. And I also absolutely nuked Spieth this morning to money line straight up to beat Bryson DeChambeau, and DeChambeau is not looking too great right now. So I'm loving my chances there. That will at least cover, my losses in case Spieth does not pull this one out. But Morikawa, man, he had an incredible round this morning. And T. Lindstrom, who's going to be joining us here in a minute, says not to frantically panic and bet on Morikawa. There are other options and better value on the board, and not to just rush and bet on Morikawa. So I'm looking forward to hearing more from him here in about 5 minutes. This dude knows his stuff, and he has all the credibility behind why I took Jordan Spieth. Quick backstory on why I even took Jordan Spieth. I was obviously trying to ride somebody, and I wanted to, get on the horse of some golfer and ride him all the way into the weekend. Hopefully on Sunday we're celebrating. And so who do I go to? My go-to guy, T. Lindstrom. 20,000 plus users on the Book It Sports app. The first person I'm going to for a golf bet is T. Lindstrom. And so I tag him in a post. I go, at T. Lindstrom, who am I riding for the Open this weekend? I need a lock. And I put my phone down, couple minutes go by. I see that he responds. I get a notification from the Book It Sports app that he responds. And I go, okay, I know his comment is going to include not just one guy. He's not just going to give me one guy and say this guy's winning. He's going to give me his best bet with a couple of long shot options and then some other good value plays. But I know he's not just going to give me one guy. But I said before I read the comment, the first name that he says, I'm taking. I'm not even going to read the rest of the comment. The first name that he says, because that's the one that he truly has on top of his mind. And so I opened the comment. The first name I see, Jordan Spieth. Didn't even read the rest of the comment. Said, I'm done. I'm sold. That's it. Jordan Spieth. We're nuking it. So what do I do next? Go to my book, place on Jordan Spieth plus 1,600 odds, make a video about it saying I'm from the future. Jordan Spieth wins the Open this weekend. That video has more views than the population of Martini Q right now. And I'm praying, not only am I praying to win this $2,400, but I am praying that I can go back and all those comments on that video on TikTok right now, it's at like 600,000 plus views, and just shit on everyone who's been chirping me all week. I cannot wait. I'm just absolutely praying. I don't know what I want more, the units or the credibility of predicting the future. They both weigh about the same. I need I need Spieth to come through. Looking at the scoreboard right now, it's -7 still. Morikawa. I was devastated when I woke up and saw that he went absolutely off. But we got a lot of golf to be played. If you guys don't know, I have a side wager with the one and only Taking the Points. Taking the Points, content creator on the Book It Sports app and TikTok, challenged me to a little side wager. Nick Yale, let's roll the tape, shall we? I already saw this happen. Jordan Spieth is winning the British Open.
I'll tell you one thing. Jordan Spieth is not winning the Open Championship. Trent, Mr. Book It, CEO, Sons and Four guy, I bet you that Rory McIlroy finishes better than Jordan Spieth. How about this? Let's make it a little interesting. If Jordan Spieth finishes in a worse position than Rory McIlroy, you have to stand outside of a grocery store for 30 minutes, giving the people an opportunity to pie you in the face. And on top of that, you got to bring a poster out saying Taking the Points knows more about golf than I do. If Rory McIlroy somehow finishes in a worse position, I'll do the same thing. What do you say there, buddy? Bet or no bet?
Well, Taking the Points, getting a little interesting. Spieth's pulling away. We got my dog, the golf expert on the Book It Sports app, the one and only T. Lindstrom, joining us right now, talking about the Open. T. Lindstrom, how are we doing, my guy?
My dude, I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I can't
Of
thank you
course.
enough. And all the kind words. Much love.
Absolutely.
I like how you know
Absolutely.
me so well already. You literally described what my comment was to you to the T. So good.
Dude, I knew you weren't just going to say, "Oh, X guy is going to win the tournament." No, that's
Right.
not you. You're going to give me options. You're going to give me value. But I knew in my head, I was like, whatever name comes up first, I'm riding it. And it was Spieth.
It's a pro move by me too, because I can give 5-6 guys and then say, "Look, I'm right. If any of that hits, any of it comes close, there you go, Trent."
Exactly.
That's why I'm the
Exactly. So let me hear your takes so far. You know, we're a day and a half in with the Open. What are you seeing so far right now? We got Morikawa and Spieth and Louis currently sitting in the top 3. What's going on? Where do you think this is going? How do you think things are going so far?
Well, as far as Vegas is concerned, they think it's the 3-horse race. Like you said, you called those 3 odds there: 350 on Louis, 250, or I'm sorry, 350 on Morikawa, 250 on Us. I think it's 225 on Spieth now. The next closest, I believe, just a second ago was 2,800.
Yep.
So Vegas already has this as a 3-horse race, which is bananas to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got up early and I watched every single bit of Colin Morikawa's round, specifically from the 6th hole on. Now, it's going to sound ridiculous when I say if there's ever a bad 64, Colin Morikawa shot it this morning. And the reason that I say that, and I think Vegas agrees with it, is after 11, he was minus 230 to win this tournament.
Yeah,
He's now, like we just mentioned, plus 250. The reason is because he had a very makeable putt on 15 for par, 5-6-footer, missed it. 16 has a very makeable birdie putt, about 10 feet, misses it. 17, tough hole, gets on the front portion of the green, 30 feet, 2 putts, and gets home in 2. Good 2 putt, no big deal. 18, drops a bomb right in 5 feet, misses the putt. So he left 3 strokes out there on the final 5 holes.
Wow.
That will 1,000% come back to get him. I promise you that. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that we've got Spieth right, and I've got Morikawa in the top 10. The last thing you want is to have the outright winner and only have a top 10 bet on him.
Yeah.
But I've watched a lot of this shit, and you see moments throughout the tournament where you say, man, you'll take that round, a 64, hell yeah. But there was a lot of meat left on that bone, and I would not be shocked if Sunday afternoon, if he's in a spot where he loses by 1-2, we're showing replays of Friday morning saying on 18, missed opportunity, on 16, missed opportunity, on 15, missed opportunity. And Booker community, God bless them. It's the most relatable thing in the world. People woke up this morning, saw that 64, and were having heart attacks. The people were crowning them. I almost won. I think it was Luke. I could be wrong if it wasn't. But somebody was like melting down. And I absolutely was like, I don't want to comment specifically on his, but I'm going to tell everybody just relax a little bit. And then he comments right away on that post. He's like, I'm pissed. And I was like, I wanted to be like, this was for you too. So I told him to join in. I hope he's listening now. Have faith. That shit's going to come back to get him. Your Jordan Spieth over Bryson bet might be the easiest bet of your life, by the way.
Yeah. I saw that line right before I shut my eyes last night, and I was like, wait, what?
I would be afraid of it.
Yeah.
Only 150? I'm like, my goodness, they're begging you to take Spieth. How could you not?
Dude, and Bryson was like plus 120, and it was just like, something's fishy about this. I'm going to take my chances.
You have to.
I'm riding Spieth anyways, so.
And it covers your ass the rest of the weekend. Like you said, you're in a golden spot. If you can close this out without a meltdown, you're in a good spot.
Yes, yes. So you posted on the Book of Sports app not to frantically bet on Morikawa, just to bet on him because he's leading. And I actually saw with my own 2 eyes the minus 220 on him, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't frantically panicking a little bit also. But so you said not to frantically take Morikawa. What are some good options right now, halfway through day 2, to take live?
Well, you can borderline take, if you throw out those 3 favorites that we just mentioned, where Vegas has the 3-horse race, you can basically throw $5 on the next 10 to 15 guys, $10. And if any of them make a run on moving day, which there is a long, long way to go in this tournament. Dustin Johnson just got one back. He's even par on the day, but he can absolutely shoot 4 under the rest of this round. He's now at 6 and right back in this thing. So if anybody wants to hop on, you can borderline take the field right now, and you're going to have incredible value. And I stress if you're going to take anybody live, I'm not going to give any specific names. Trust the value. Don't take those 3 guys because when we're live betting, my picks are 1,000% value based. Because if you sit here and take a guy every single week, we're in this for the long haul, right? Specifically myself. If I'm taking a guy every single week who gets out to a 3-shot lead and is now plus 200 on a Friday, over time we're not gonna like where we're sitting, right?
Yeah.
So if you're live betting, it's got to be purely based off of value. Now, with that said, the value is with the entire field, excluding Morikawa, Spieth, and Oosthuizen, of course. And we really need him to just fuck off.
Yeah, yeah, we do. 3 very likable golfers in the top.
Absolutely.
3.
And that was the problem with Oos. We obviously like him. We had him on a couple majors before this. But when he comes in this thing at 30-1 after teeing off in Kiel at 65-1, it's like, all right, Oos, you can't really do it. And just if you had to put gun to my head, all things equal, I'm telling you, Rahm's running away this thing. You just can't do it at 700. And we dodged a bullet with that one because he doesn't have it.
Yeah. Speaking of Jon Rahm, what happened there? I believe he's even, right?
He is. I think he just got a birdie to get to even, but he's off. It looks from the little bit that I've been watching him, it seems like off the tee, he's just not accurate. He's hitting his second shots out of those pop bunkers, out of fescue. He's not striping fairways, and he's not making the putts like he was at the Memorial and then the U.S. Open. His putter was lights out at the Memorial, and then it was really good at the end of the U.S. Open. He hasn't been making those 8 to 9, 10 footers like he was at that time. So I think that's why Rahm's struggling. It's just sometimes they go, sometimes they don't. But he'll be a guy that we're going to be looking to bounce back with because his value will go up. And it's not like he's playing bad golf. He's just not falling. So I think that's kind of Rahm's issue is the putter, and his driver's not as accurate as he's been.
Yeah, so we got, those 3 guys, the 3-headed race, plus 280, plus 310, plus 350 for Spieth, Morikawa, and Louis. Who would you say outside of those 3 has the best chances of being able to be, in contention for the championship here?
Man, that's a good question. I would say I still like Brian Harman. He's struggling today. Look out for Tony Finau tomorrow. I think Tony can match another 4 or 5 under round. I actually still like Tommy Fleetwood a lot. I wouldn't be shocked if he can have himself a good afternoon tomorrow. As far as the guys on the course right now, it looks like Dustin Johnson, maybe Koepka's got it going a little bit here. Hopefully he can get something going on the back. Dustin Johnson got through the difficult part of the course here. I think he's on 9 now. If he can put 3, 4 birdies together on the back 9, look out for him. But other than that, I think the only guys that really have a realistic chance outside of those big 3 are guys that are already in the clubhouse for the day, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm. Tony Finau right now, plus 5,000. He was my pick. Yeah, plus 5,000 on FanDuel is what I'm seeing. And then Jon Rahm's plus 2,700. Brooks Koepka plus 2,900. So lots of value on the board. But again, obviously, the 3-headed monster of Morikawa, Louis, and Spieth are currently the heavy favorites. Jon Rahm was plus 750, and the next closest one to him was plus 16, plus 1,700.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty crazy to see that heavy favorite drop so significantly.
Absolutely. And like I said, when we're doing this for the long haul, you can't be betting favorites at that plus 750 number, especially in a major championship. And the guy who just won the previous one.
Agreed.
Usually a rule of thumb for me is no repeat winners. So any bet that I placed that I won a week before, the day before all matchups, you will not see that repeat bet for me. And vice versa, say I don't make that bet. Like a lot of people were asking me about matchups today. Well, I didn't necessarily have Connors over Wallace, and I think Xander and Hatton was the other question that I was asked. I didn't necessarily have those plays yesterday, but those plays hit. So the guy said to me, hey, do you like Connors over Wallace? And do you like Xander over Hatton? It's like, yeah, I kind of do, but those hit yesterday, and now the value's a little bit stronger. So it's like, I don't do it. So I tell them stay away. I think one pushed. I think they both pushed, to be honest with you. So luckily those didn't hit because I would have felt bad about that. But no repeat winners for me is a major key.
A lot of people on the Book of Sports app and in the sports betting community in general are new to the golf betting world. What are some pieces of advice you would give to those who are just getting into betting golf and being smart about, taking action?
Well, that's a very easy question to answer. The first thing you should do is just follow me. That's the very first thing that you do is follow
Absolutely.
me and tail my picks. The second thing you do is don't ever bet with emotions, which is in all aspects of gambling. But don't sit here like, see, here's what people do. They come, they whip out their laptops. They don't watch any golf, right? They whip out their laptops. They search these stats and, oh, hey, who's picking this? Or what are the key stats for this course? And they're looking up course history. The eye test will forever, for me, be the greatest tool I use as far as gambling. Just watching these guys week in and week out. Two guys can make a par, right? We'll use a par 4 as an example. Two guys can make a par, but they can each tell a totally different story. There's a gigantic difference between a person hitting the fairway, hitting the middle of a green, burning the edge on his birdie putt and tapping in for par, versus wild with the drive, pumping it out up to the front of the green just to get it out there, chipping on to 6, 7, 8 feet, and then salvaging the par with an 8-footer. Both got 4s, right? Both got pars. Two totally different stories. So the first thing I recommend is if you're going to be betting on golf, watch the shit. If you're not and you just want to watch for the weekend, just tail my picks. But the main thing is be smart with it. Don't go grab one golfer, bet him outright, bet him top 5, bet him top 10, bet him top 20. Don't do that. Take some guys that you like. A lot of those value long shots, don't take them to win. Take them top 20. Take them top 10. That's been a nice little recipe for me. And then if they're sitting in a good spot, their value holds. Those dogs, you can see it right now. There's a guy who's 2 shots off the lead that's like plus 4,000 to win this thing. Those dogs hold their value throughout the tournament. So if you like a dog, take him top 20, take him top 10. And then if you want during the weekend when he's sitting there, let's get frisky. All right, let's put a little live bet on him. And you can all you got to throw is 0.1, 0.2 of a unit on there. You don't need half units. You don't need full units. You don't need to be going crazy like Trent, although I very much appreciate the trust. But let's just be smart with it. If we're liking value, guys, let's take them top 10, tops 20, and then we can get aggressive with our live bets. But let's not get crazy pre-tournament. Take some guys that you like, be creative with the bets, and then we can live bet and adjust as we move forward.
You heard the man. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to betting on golf. If you're not following T. Lindstrom 17 on the Book It Sports app, what are you doing? You're doing golf betting wrong if you're not following my guy. T. Lindstrom, who's winning this thing?
Jordan Spieth.
That's exactly what I needed to hear.
Without hesitation, Jordan Spieth winning this golf tournament.
Without hesitation.
Yeah, the putter's going. The putter's going. He's as good of he's not as good of a ball striker as Colin Morikawa, but you'll take his putter over Morikawa's putter. I'll take Spieth's putter and approaches over Morikawa's approaches and putter. How's that? Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So I will take that.
Absolutely.
Quick question for you. Those open slots that you have on that parlay, can you fill them with golf matchups?
I don't believe so. I think actually matchups, I think I might be able to, but anything other than that, I'll have to check though. And I'm going to get back to you because I'm absolutely going to be coming to you if I can.
Okay, because if you'll notice, some of those names, like I just mentioned at the top of it, you've got some dogs up there, right? So now that it's the weekend and we're in our 3rd round, 4th round pairings, you're matched up based off of your spot on the leaderboard. So you will get Jordan Spieth versus whoever happens to be there. And it may be minus 195, minus 200, but who gives a shit when we're just adding to the end of an already nuked parlay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not asking you to put on a unit on somebody minus 195, but if we're trying to get the rest of the way home on a parlay there, throwing somebody like that, maybe even a tie no bet minus 190, minus 170, something like that. And that would be another advice I'd give. Anybody doing matchups, tie no bet is always the way I go.
No, that's a really good point. Don't test me either on laying the juice. I'll lay the juice. That
is so fair. I was dying the other day. You guys got any minor league action going today? It was so relatable.
The dude was like, no. I was like, damn
amazing. That was so good. That was exactly what we needed. I appreciate the 4 a.m. alarm clock as well. The dedication is there. We're going to get this sucker home.
I do not appreciate the 4 a.m. alarm clock.
Nick was so pissed. I thought I was dreaming, bro.
How long?
I woke up. I was like, oh, shit. I know.
It's like the 4th time this has happened, too.
And how long do you wait before you're like, all right, I've got to go shut this thing off, Nick? Like, how long?
It's usually like 7 to 10 minutes. The problem is he has 3, maybe 4 noise machines going in the room, and he's got waves going. So he didn't hear the fucking alarm to begin with.
That is awesome.
Bro, you need to wear your Apple Watch that vibrates if you really want to wake up. Dude is dead to rights. Dude is dead to rights when he's sleeping.
That is a man with a clear conscience is what that is. Good for you, buddy.
All right. Well, T. Lindstrom, it's been a pleasure having you. I just got a text from LiveBlox you saying, isn't he great on live stream? Yes, dude, you're awesome. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to be interacting with you throughout the rest of the weekend because I'm trying to ride some other matchups and stuff in addition to my plus 1,600 Jordan Spieth bet. So you have all the credit behind that. I owe that all to you. If it hits, I'm going to be so hyped.
Well, I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate everybody on the Book It app. It's been awesome. It really has. You guys are great.
Thank you, man. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you around.
You too, buddy. Take care now.
All right. That was T. Lindstrom 17 from the Book It Sports app. Dude is absolutely the man. If you don't think he knows his shit by now after just listening to him for 30 minutes, you just probably don't watch golf. He's the man, isn't he? He's absolutely the man.
He is. We go to the comments. Great segment. This felt like something from a major sports channel. Real McCoy. Thank you for the shout out for also the graphics.
Hey, shout out to Real McCoy. I had you in my user shout out list here at the end of the show.
Said, thanks for the time, T from Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh. Shout out Dougie Fresh, dude. That guy. He's always on my posts, on my live streams, interacting on the app. Love dudes like that. Love dudes like that who actually bring stuff to the table for the community on the app, whether it's hot takes, good plays, insightful analysis, whatever it is, funny content, memes, whatever it is. I love those who provide meaningful content to the community.
Nick Sneak is saying, rip the TTP, pie that man nasty.
Oh, yes. Yes, dude. Taking the points. If you're in here, I am looking forward to seeing you outside of a Walmart or whatever you decide and seeing some people pie you in the face with some key lime pie, whipped cream all over it. It's going to be great.
We need to get you out to, where's he at, Virginia, I think? We need to fly out there just so you can I
have no idea where he's at.
Can watch that in action. A
huge putt from Jordan Spieth. Absolutely huge. You get the stroke back. We're back in second place, -8. One shot behind Morikawa. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. I need to update the ticker, I guess.
MLB is back, ladies and gentlemen, and there's a full slate, 17 games. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I personally don't have any leans other than 2 Nerfies, but hear me out here. Since 2005, the favorites on the day after the All-Star game, All-Star break, are 110 and 55 on the day after the All-Star break. So basically, we're having a field day, gentlemen, ladies and gents. We are having a field day. Blue Jays, Brewers, Dodgers, you name it, we're riding it. But the lines are like probably -260 or something ridiculous. Let's shift gears, go to the MLB lines. First game of the day, guys. It's America's Nerfy. America's no-run first inning. First game of the day. Let's start the day off right with a W. The Nerfy and the Twins Tigers game. Shout out to my boy Hobson Break on the Book It Sports app. That's Hobson Break. The Nerfy in the Twins Tigers game has hit all 4 times they've played this season. Shout out to Hobson Break for that statistic. We're riding the Nerfy. First game, book it. Book it. Before the show, I was not able to find a line for it, but now I'm looking and it's right here. The first inning total runs 0 is plus money, plus 110. For the Twins, Tigers, Nerfy.
Who's on the bump?
Barnes for the Twins and Urena for the Tigers. Couldn't tell you much about either pitcher. Obviously, that's very important. But, guys, you could put a AAA guy on the mound. I'm still taking that first Nerfy of the day because it's America's Nerfy. We got to start the day off with a W. Do not put units on this that you aren't comfortable losing.
You could put the third base coach on the mound and you're still
I'd still ride it. the bat boy even. Put the bat boy on the mound. I'm still taking no run first inning. Still riding that one to the moon. But I do have a Nerfy that I would highly suggest you put units on, not just because it's the first game of the day. This one I actually like. As you guys know, I'm Nerfy Jesus. I hit 13 Nerfies in a row. Started my Nerfy streak 13-0, 2 weeks straight. Didn't miss a Nerfy. Won every single day. Obviously, I got a little cold after the sticky stuff situation came into play, which is understandable.
No, I said that's an understatement. That you got
that I went cold, really?
That you went cold.
Oh, sure. But today, the daily Nerfy, we're going to, let me make sure we're playing where we're playing. We're going to St. Louis, Nick Yale's hometown, where the Giants and Gosman go up against Adam Wainwright and the Cardinals. The Cardinals, not only do they not score a lot of runs, but they just certainly do not do it in the first inning. They don't. There's a reason why your guys' over-under is at 7.5.
This Yerfie's going to smack. And I'll tell you what, we were in a production meeting yesterday. We need some ideas from the chat about you doing punishments while the Nerfy is in play. For instance, a dunk tank. If it hits, you get to step out nice and dry. If it loses, splash.
Hey, we'll get there. Still, we're setting up this ticker behind us. So we got a long ways to go before I'm sitting in any stupid dunk tank. But I love the idea.
It's going to be next week.
More than happy to hear you out with any other ideas you guys might have. Dunk tank would be hilarious. Love that idea. But this Nerfy's hitting. Cardinals, Giants, no run, first inning, book it. There will not be a run in the first inning. Trust. Guys, it's Friday. You know what that means? It's Big Bang Friday in Anaheim. Big Bang Friday. What does that mean? Every Friday when the Angels have a home game, there's a fireworks show after the game. It's Big Bang Friday. What does that also mean? The over. Book it. 8.5. Mariners, Angels. Andrew Heaney on the mound. Their ace. I love Heaney here. I actually love the Angels money line more than I do the over 8.5. I think the Angels money line at -148 is a really good parlay piece, and that absolutely will be finding its way into the CEO special 4-teamer for 4-teamer Friday. But I'll probably end up taking straight action on the 8.5 on the over for Big Bang Friday. But we're going to have to cook up a CEO special. I haven't looked at what plays the Book It Sports handicappers are on yet, which is very important to me in how I structure the CEO specials. But what I do know is Winter Wire, verified handicapper on the Book It Sports app, gave out a free play this morning for the squad to ride together over 7.5 Twins and Tigers. I'd be lying if I said that didn't sketch me out for the Nerfy, but that's a low over-under. It is a 7-inning game, though. That's why it's so low. Probably should have started with that. But over 7.5 runs in the Twins-Tigers game is a Winter Wire free pick of the day to get everyone started on this beautiful, fine Friday. So let's get into the CEO special, guys. Like I said, Angels money line. We're going to put that one in there. Let's build this right now. Guys, you know how much I love the wave of Giants run line, baby. Give it to me. +118. That is absolutely going in, or that's actually not the line. Actually, it is the line. Same line as the Astros run line. Giants -1.5. Angels money line. Let's see. I'm not touching Astros White Sox. That has trap written all over it because it's Dylan Cease and McCullers, two very good pitchers. Dylan Cease at home is a lot different than Dylan Cease on the road. You just don't know which Dylan Cease is going to show up, especially with that handsome slider of his. You just don't know which one's going to show up. So best bet there is no bet at all. Think I got to rock Blue Jays run line. Going back on that stat about the favorites after the All-Star break, why am I taking the Blue Jays? They got Ray on the mound. But I'll take my chances against the dog shit Rangers. Blue Jays -1.5. Giants -1.5. Angels on the money line. What's this third pick going to be? Tim says Cubbies. Am I really putting my trust in the Cubbies?
They got Kyle Hendricks on the bump today.
Against
The
Bumgarner.
worst team in probably the last decade of baseball. D-backs might not even get 60 wins this year.
Dude, but the D-backs are parlay busters, especially at home with Bumgarner. Cubs are sellers right now, as we all know. They just traded Jock Peterson.
But Bryce Ball, he's going to be a stud when he gets called up. That dude's going to be serious in the league.
Is he in the league yet?
No, they still got Rizzo. He's still the man too. But Bryce Ball in the next couple of years, he is going to be the man.
Guys, I found my play. How could I leave this off? The Dodgers run line. This is the most CEO special parlay ever. It's always the same usual suspects. Giants, Dodgers, Angels, and Blue Jays. That's the CEO special. We just cooked that parlay up in about 4 minutes. I'll say it one more time. Blue Jays -1.5. Giants -1.5. Dodgers -1.5. And the Angels on the money line. That's a recipe for disaster. 3 run lines in one lay. One of those teams is winning by 1. But we're taking our chances. It's the day after the All-Star break. If there's ever a day to take a chance on a favorite parlay, this is it. It's like Christmas morning, but for degenerates. We're riding it. CEO special. What's the payout here? Show me. 4-leg parlay plus 1,000 odds, baby. 100 pays 1,070. The CEO special, Christmas morning for degens. Book it, bink it, ship it, send it, fuck it, fade it, ride it. I don't care. I'm not telling you this is hitting. I'm telling you where I'm putting my money, and it's up to you whether or not you want to ride with the CEO or not. What? The parlay is Angels money line, the Giants -1.5, the Blue Jays -1.5, and last but not least, the Dodgers -1.5. Bink it plus 1,069 odds. That's good. That's good luck. Plus 1,069. It's a little luck there at the end. I love it. I'm putting 1 unit on this. $100 pays 1,000. And Jordan Spieth tees off the box. Get in the green, baby. Come on. Great shot. Absolutely love to see that. Guys, great show so far. Let's get right into what I'm taking. NBA Game 5. I've got a pick. You already know there's going to be cappers on the Book of Sports app who have picks. I haven't even seen them yet. And I've already made this pick. And I'm making it public. I'm going to blow this up. I am on the Bucks again. Back-to-back games. I said it in a previous video before Game 3 or before Game 4. I was taking the Bucks to win the next 2 games. They won the last game. They're winning this next one. Do not take the Suns. Do not take the Suns. I'm all over the Bucks. They're going back to Phoenix. Bucks +4. I'm praying the spread goes to +4.5. I'm going to wait probably till the end of today to see what it's at. But the Bucks are winning this game. I will be sprinkling them on the money line at some point, whether it's in a lay, a straight. But I'm telling you, Bucks win this one. Bucks win this one. The TikTok chat right here is flipping out. I don't care. You guys said the same thing about the Suns last game. Bucks win. Pivotal Game 5. Middleton stepping up. Oh my God. How annoying was I being during that Game 4? Nick Yale.
Well, we need Big Dave in here because I think he was about to castrate you for just every time bad shot would go up by the Bucks. What are you fucking dude, relax, let the game play out. It was a mess. I had a video. I want to see if I can pull that up. Maybe I can get that going here.
I mean, Middleton was shooting shots that he had no business shooting. Fadeaway jumpers in transition, and I'd be like, no! Splash. I'd be like, thank God. Sorry, I just reacted there because Spieth just fucking bogeyed. Gave one back. Now we're -7 again. Good news, though. DeChambeau is still selling, so we're looking good there. But, yeah, Bucks winning game 5, pivotal. The total in this one, it's a little fishy. They've moved it below 220, that crazy number, 220. It's gone below there. Gone below it now. 218 is what I'm seeing it at. I ain't touching that unless someone sells me on it. But under 218, I mean, the totals have been so sketchy this whole series. I'm taking Bucks +4, baby. All over the Bucks +4. All over it. Let's take a quick jewel break and hear from Big Dave himself on top 50 NFL players going into the preseason. Big Dave.
Welcome, everybody. This is Huncho's NFL Top 50 Players of the 2021 season. Coming at number 50, we have Jamal Adams, strong safety for the Seattle Seahawks. Jamal Adams has 0 interception, obviously being traded to a new team mid-season, only playing 12 games with the Seattle Seahawks. Expect him to have a bigger season in his second year with the Seahawks. He did, however, finish the season with 9.5 sacks. Coming up at number 49, we have Za'Darius Smith, defensive end for the Packers, who finished the season with 12.5 sacks. Number 48 on my list is Teron Armstead, left tackle of the New Orleans Saints. Toronto led 3 sacks all of last season and expect him to play a big part as he's having to protect the blind side of a brand new quarterback this season. Coming up at number 47, we have Justin Simmons, the free safety out of Denver Broncos, who had his best year in terms of interception with 5. Expect him to have a bigger year this season with Von Miller rushing up the edge. And closing out this list for today, at number 46, we have Young-Ho Koo, the kicker for the Atlanta Falcons, who finished the year with 94.9% accurate from field goal. Expect him to have a bigger year, given that the Falcons lost Julio Jones and Matt Ryan has one foot in the grave. Stay tuned for next week. I'm doing 5 picks every Friday until the start of the NFL season, September 9th. This is Huncho's Top 50.
Isn't it great seeing Huncho in front of the camera? What do you think? What do you think about his presence on camera?
Yeah, I mean, first round was really good. We only took 1 take.
1 take?
I mean, he was much, when I say much, I mean much better than you are when you do a take on the green screen. Anything scripted that you have to do takes like at least 30 takes. It could be 3 lines, still takes 30 takes.
Hey, that's the Adderall talking for you. I can never get it right on the first try. Never.
Or the second, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth, or the sixth.
Dave, thank you for that. Young-Ho Koo makes the list. Love seeing that. Dude was automatic. I won my fantasy league last year, and I owe it all to my boy Koo, young Koo.
You owe it all to me. I drafted your whole fucking team.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna run it back again. We're running it back. I had such a good team, and Nick did help me out. I would not have taken Darren Waller if it weren't for Nick Yale. Let's just say that.
That won so many people fantasy leagues, that sleeper pick 2 years ago and last year.
Dude, once we get into football, oh my God, dude, I'm going to be – I take fantasy football very seriously. So does Nick Yale. He's got a weird rookie league. I don't do that.
I draft rookies every year, man.
That's crazy.
We're looking at scouting tape from OTAs from training camp right now.
See, that's not me. I'm not looking at OTAs, but that's how you know when someone's serious about fantasy, watching OTAs. I mean, I should be watching OTAs.
Well, do you want to take a first-round bust and go QB and pick Dwayne Haskins?
No.
Now the third stringer on the Steelers?
No, I do not. I do not want to take that at all. So you guys better be sticking around for NFL season. It's about to be lit. We got Robert Turbin, former Seahawks running back, Super Bowl champ, on the Book It Sports app. He's a Book It ambassador. You know he's going to be making several appearances. What was his hot take yesterday? Do you remember? People were freaking out about it. Something about Dallas trading Dak.
Yeah, asking about Rodgers to Dallas and what are the possibilities that happens.
And some people on the app were like, dude, do you even know football? Like, you just said that to a Super Bowl champion. You just asked a Super Bowl champion if you know anything about football. Like, yeah, sure, it's a hot take, but don't question his integrity about whether or not he knows football. The dude won a Super Bowl champion. He won a Super Bowl ring. Come on now. I'm talking to you, Mideast Mike.
Shots fired. Speaking of champions, you betting on LeBron and Space Jam tonight?
Oh my. Space Jam's coming out tonight. Guys, everyone in the TikTok stream and on the Twitter show is about to lose some respect for me right now when I say this. I have not seen Space Jam.
Are you? Wow.
Yeah. I'm about to get ripped to shreds.
I'm going to second that and say I have also never seen the original Space Jam.
Oh my God.
There we
Both
go.
of you stand up and leave now. just exit.
Yeah, not a great look. I should not have probably admitted that. Embarrassing. It's pretty embarrassing. I kind of need to watch the first one before I watch the second one.
We'll do that. We got odds though. LeBron outscored Jordan plus 150. Toon Squad -1 over Goon Squad. Over under 159.6 points, 4.5 dunks for Bron. And cameos, Bill Murray at plus 550 and MJ at plus 900. Taking any of those?
Wait, what'd you say LeBron's over was?
LeBron to outscore Jordan is plus 150. The over-under for the game is 159.6. 4.5 dunks for LeBron.
I mean, if he's going to beat the Toon Squad, he's going to need to put up 42, 10, and 12. Smack that over.
Let's just go to the chat real quick.
What's the chat saying? What is the chat like?
It's free on HBO. SOB, trash, all caps. You horrible people. You need to watch it today.
Oh, man. I'm not going to hear the end of this one. That's for sure. I've not seen it. I'm bad with movies, dude.
So he hasn't seen Space Jam, but he owns a Michael Sam jersey.
How does that correlate at all? Tell me.
I don't know. Savage Panda, let us know. How does that correlate at all?
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to watching that. I would take LeBron's over outscoring Michael Jordan. Jordan Spieth, please tell me that's not in the bunker. I am praying that is not in the bunker. We'll get back to that in a sec. Guys, we're doing a new segment here. It's called News with Nick. All right. He's going to educate me on some headlines that I need to know for the day.
It's actually News with Tim.
News with Tim. I thought we said it was News with Nick. News with Tim. I like that better. It comes off the tongue a lot better. Tim, I want to hear 4 sports facts for the day that I need to know.
Did you do your research? He didn't.
And one fun fact that might not be related to sports. Let me hear it.
So most of this, they are just going to be just pretty generic fun facts. I think the biggest breaker of the day that you already talked about was Dame Lillard trying to get out of Portland. I think it's pretty sad for Chauncey Billups after he just signed as a head coach. I thought they're going to really make some magic out there. But not a ton of stories with this last week, just considering, Team USA, we all saw what happened there and with the All-Star break. But one big, weird little fun fact I did find, this is the first time since 1987 a former teammate of Shaquille O'Neal will not play in the finals.
That's insane.
1987.
That's absolutely insane. So no one on the Suns or the Bucks have played with Shaquille O'Neal. Not even PJ Tucker, Chris Paul.
Nobody. The only person who would have kept the streak alive is Rajon Rondo if the Clippers did beat the Suns.
Wow. That's absolutely insane. What is that, like 37 years or something?
It's way too long.
That's insane.
To have that streak.
That's absolutely insane. That's
one big report that we're also seeing on ESPN is apparently Tom Brady last season played the entire season with a torn MCL and still led the Bucks.
I mean, that's GOAT status right there. And I had all the confidence in the world to nuke him. But then Conor McGregor, such a clown. You guys see that video that he posted yesterday? I mean, he's got more excuses than I can't think of an analogy that would work right now. But dude, I mean, he's always got something. Always got something. He said his leg was already fractured before the fight. It's like, all right, then why are you coming out firing with kicks, bro?
You don't need to make an excuse for a broken leg. I think it kind of speaks for itself. And when you try to,
It makes it look worse.
it's soft.
It's soft.
It's pretty soft.
Like, the dude's just got to stop. Just take the L, bro. You were going to get your shit rocked regardless if your leg broke or not. Poirier was the easiest coin I've ever made. Just about as easy as DeChambeau losing to Spieth in the second round here. Lock. Absolutely. What a great show today. Got a lot of stuff covered. We got the Olympics coming up. Over under on the USA's total gold medal count set at 43.5 right now on FanDuel. Are we riding that over?
I like it.
I mean,
like it.
I love it.
Yeah, you got to lock that in.
I mean,
for
how can you
sure.
ride? How can you ride the under on our nation's
No, do you
gold
think
medals?
Team USA men's basketball is going to be able to pull out the dub after their faulty
Just one medal, though.
dude?
L's?
I mean, like,
A lot of guys.
Imagine
a lot of guys
losing-
dropping out for COVID too.
imagine having 42 gold medals, comes down to USA, and they lose to like Serbia, dude. I could so see that.
My only hesitation is the last two Olympics, USA has pulled in 46 gold medals. Michael Phelps is responsible for what? 20, some of those.
Michael Phelps, that dude was such a legend.
Different-
Fun fact:
different breed.
Michael Phelps called me a pussy one time. Backstory on that. I was in Cabo and we're at the spa, at the jacuzzi. And my friends that I was with, they were in the showers, showering in their own individual showers. And there was not a shower for me to use. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go chill in the jacuzzi and wait for a shower to open up. And there's an ice bath next to the jacuzzi. And I had never been in an ice bath, so I was going to try it out. And there's a guy in the ice bath, and it was like kind of small, so it was like a little weird, but like I still got in. And it was Michael Phelps in the ice bath. And I didn't realize it until I stepped my foot into the ice bath, and I go, holy shit, this is ice cold. Like, I can't get in this. He turns around and
No
says,
shit.
get in. He says, get in the water, you pussy. And he turns around, it's Michael fucking Phelps. I was like, what is this? And then I like holler at my boys. I was like, guys, you got to come over here. It's Michael Phelps. And he was actually super chill. Not when you pull out your phone, though, and ask to take a picture. He will slap that shit out of your hands. He does not want that. But yeah, fun time. That was like 5 years ago. We got some user shout outs on the Book It Sports app before we go. My iPad just turned off for a second. But we got A Fleet of Ducks. My guy at A Fleet of Ducks on the Book It Sports app has a futures bet on Morikawa to win the Open at plus 3,300 odds. I'm rooting for you, brother, but not really because I've got Spieth and I need him. I'll give you a shout out, but Morikawa's, we need him to choke job. Shout out B Smitty on the Book It Sports app. Saw this guy had a 2-teamer today, 5-unit 2-team parlay. The New York Mets and the Toronto Blue Jays, both money line is his 2-teamer. Hope you hit that, brother. Shout out B Smitty. The Real McCoy. Shout out at The Real McCoy. I know you're in here, bro. Thanks for tuning in. He wanted us to talk about the Olympics and that over 43.5. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the Olympics and any value or what medals that the U.S. could win or not win or what.
You also don't know anything about Ukrainian lacrosse or Spanish handball, but you're betting on those. So
Hey, like I said, I'm always down to hammer and ride, sweat it out with the squad.
I think you said it best earlier. You just don't bet against your own country.
Yeah.
Don't short them. Don't short them. Take the over.
Don't short your own country. Don't bet against your own country. It's just not a good idea. It's not a good look. People will question you after it's over and it doesn't hit, and they'll be like, "You just faded our own nation." Trust me, I learned it last night. Martini Q got clapped, absolutely clapped, and of course, betting the pitch had over 1 goal, and they got it. Should have took that. Shout out Hobson Break for that nerfy trend on the Twins. That game starts here in an hour and a half. Let's sweat that nerfy out, baby. I'm going to go live for that. And desperate 6 outs. 6 outs to get our day started. Little 6-out sweat. Nothing like it on a Friday. Let's get it. Any final words you guys want to say before we wrap up the show?
Suns in 6. Thank you.
Suns. You hear this guy? Suns in 6. If anything, this is going to 7. And
If I'm being honest, I do think it goes 7. I think every home team wins every game, and I think it goes 7. Suns win.
That's why I'm heavily on Bucks +4. I think this is going to go down to the wire, just like it did last game. But the home team trend right now scares me a little bit to heavily ride the Bucks money line. But I'm still taking all day, every day, Bucks +4 in pivotal game 5. Book it. Bucks in 7. You heard it here first. Bucks in 7. Jordan Spieth, winner of the Open tournament. Book it. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a great show. As always, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. That's 11:30 Eastern is the Attyah Hour. If you guys want to be a guest on the show, if you have a specific topic you want to talk about on the show, always tag me on a post on the Book It Sports app with the hashtag Attyah Hour, and we'll find a way to get it in there. Always looking for guests. We've had a great list of guests so far. The show's going super well. This show's got so much potential. We're just scratching the surface with it. And of course, as always, this show is brought to you by the one and only Book It Sports app, the social media platform for sports betting, where sports bettors come together to interact, engage, and consume various forms of content from sports bettors all over the U.S. and globally as well. We've got some. What other countries we got on the app so far? I know we got Canada, we got Denmark,
Canada, Mexico, Denmark, Netherlands, Germany, Australia, New Zealand,
we're all
Costa
over.
Rica, Chile, France.
Wow, I didn't even know there was that many.
Yeah.
Spieth is putting for birdie right now. Get in there. Yeah! That's it. That's how we wrap up the show, baby. Jordan Spieth tied in first. Book it. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Peace.